Hello, Wendy Antonucci here, and today I'm working with the June Cocoa Daisy kit. As you can see, I am putting down the first step in every single one of my pages. I'm putting down my photo block right now. I had these great pictures from our first time to the sea this summertime, and this exclusive paper from Cocoa Daisy just fit perfectly. I picked a 3x4 day in the life card, also known as a project life card, to add the focus to this page and what I'm talking about. I had a leftover title from my May kit, which was a great pop of color. So there's my photo block. From there, I want to begin to add in some color. I chose a beachy looking 6x6 square to mat my photo block on. And then the colored striped paper began to add in some of those colors. I didn't want to add in too much because I had so many pictures on my page. Once I have my photo block done, then I begin to play with my ephemera. In this case, we had a lot of sea and ocean items, so I am dressing up my page with those. And then some of these words and titles and such. These were all exclusive to Cocoa Daisy. Just some layering and just moving things around the page. You can see that it's forming a circle because you want your eyes to be pulled around the page. So just playing with some more items here. And this is really just whatever you feel like. In this case, my photo block was pretty much a rectangle, and I am just building out on that, focusing almost on the horizontal. I'm not going vertical on my page this time, but just really filling out that rectangle so it's grounded onto that page. Now I'm looking through the crate paper here and there collection. We got the ephemera and some of them like the wander, and there were some just some really neat pieces in there. There was some ferns, kind of looked like seaweed to me. We have a lot of seaweed at our beach. So just adding in a few more touches. You can see that with the photo block and now the ephemera that this is really a finished layout. There's not much more you need to do. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in some of those extra little touches that bring your page up a notch. In this case, we had stencils and some ink in the Cocoa Daisy kit. And while I am not a mixed media person at all, I can handle getting a baby wipe and dabbing some ink on through a stencil. So that's what I'm doing here. The baby wipe did work well, but I also chose to use, I had a foam blender, and that worked really well also. I'm adding in some stickers. Stickers to me are usually the final touch, just where it needs a little bit more either color or texture, such as with these puffy stickers, or just there's a blank space. You can see that my page is pretty well filled up. The bulk of it is in that horizontal rectangle, but then I'm bringing some other colors in, like that puffy sticker at the top and the bottom. And just adding in a few little pieces of texture like that flare. I loved a fussy cut. Once I had my page done, everything was fine. And again, you have a complete layout. There's nothing more you need to do. But I really loved this, one of those, it's not a ship in a bottle, but it was some of the seashells in a bottle. And I just thought it would look really neat under that cluster. Just building it a little bit more, putting one more layer in there. And then the sun at the top of my page, it's kind of blank. You could add in a title, you could have added in some journaling, but what I chose to do was to add in this pop of yellow. It added a bright splash of color. You can see that I have the yellow tag beside the picture. So this is one more piece of the yellow. And if I was forming a visual triangle, actually if I had just really thought about it, I could have added in a little piece of yellow at the bottom with the starfish and the wander. That would have helped bring that all the way around, but I didn't. Sometimes you can see things in hindsight. All right, so my page is done, and what I'm going to do now is we had these sequins and these enamel dots. The sequins, we had little bubble designs on the page, so instead of just randomly placing those sequins, I chose to place them in the bubble spots. And then I used the enamel dots because they were shimmery to complete that look, to give it more a watery feel. Once I had placed all these, we also had received some spray mist. Now, I don't think through my layouts before I start, so I couldn't use that spray mist for a background, but I wanted to add it in, so I'm going to just flick little splotches of ink to again make it feel more like it's a splash and like the foam that comes off. Once I've done all that, then to me the most important thing to always get down on your page is my journaling. I wasn't looking for anything big. I didn't have much space on this, and I really didn't have much of a story to tell. I just wanted to tell the year and just the thought that we're really blessed. We live about 30 minutes from the beach, so we're able just to go and just rest and relax, which is great throughout the summer. So that is my page. Just taking a look at a last couple things here, but I am done, and you can just watch as I finish up. And thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed this and you'll join me again. Thanks. Bye.